aftermath. I wonder whatever happened to the girl that saw him and ran away. Because obviously she didn't go get a guard or anything. Yeah, you had to get dressed real quick. No! What? I understand, but Viserys spent most of his, well, not most of his life, but like his entire reign as king basically making that. Yeah, I understand, but I'm upset that he's destroying that. Yeah, they were looking for you. Where were you? No, he didn't even know that that was there. Man, all they had to do was wait there for him to come back. Oh yeah, he took all the coin off of his map. Yeah, Aemon, they were looking for you. Now your nephew's dead.
His pain is ended. But what they've done to Micah...
Yes.
Elena? If she's torn up about it, I mean, you're obviously upset too, but I feel like you should be comforting your daughter if she's really torn up about it. Unless Helena doesn't want to be seen right now, of course. That could be a thing too.
And what if the hand that's done it is not who must be blamed? The gods punish us. They punish me.
What? Because you're sleeping with Chris and Cole? They had your grandson killed? Is that what you're thinking?
And where were you? The Lord Commander of my King's Guard.
Where were you, Lord Commander?
Ordered the Night's Watch.
Abed. Abed! Instead of safeguarding the sanctity of my family.
Oh, he was guarding your family, all right.
Who did this? What? Is there any question who did this? Who would do this save the bitch queen of bastards? The smug cunt of Dragonstone.
Did he just say Queen of Bastards? I know for a fact he is not talking about bastards. That's wild. You know how many kids you have? I know he doesn't know how many, but like, that's wild.
We apprehended is known to us. He's a gold cloak. Noted for his brutal...
Now they're gonna think it was Daemon.
I'll kill him myself.
We do well to get what information we can from the blackguard. I trust in the
Not Chris and Cole keeping Aegon from killing somebody.
We would do well to ascertain if this is your sister's hand, or if there is a serpent nestled closer to our bosoms.
It could be any one of you in this room.
That's crazy. The only black guy in the room. That's hilarious. Oh, that was really good. Yeah, you should have gave the kid a piggyback ride while you had the chance.
She has done this.
I'll have the realm told nothing. We were assaulted within our own walls.
I understand his frustration about his son dying, but stop breaking stuff.
A funeral progress. Let them see the child. Let them look upon the works of this pretender to the throne.
If there is one thing Otto Hightower is, it's a strategist.
I will not have my little son's body dragged through the street like a dead dog.
Not dragged, honored!
No, dragged.
Those who declared for Rhaenyra, will they still support her when they hear of her depravity, or will they rather not renounce her?
Everyone else is playing checkers. Otto's playing chess. He's not wrong. The strategy is there.
You'll have your war, your grace, but if you wait a short time, you may yet double your strength.
The hand sets on a difficult path, my darling, but it might be the right one.
Oh yeah, you're off the deep end too. I can't believe she actually signed off on that.
Mother the Queen, and with her the Queen Dowager.
No, I do not wish to be a spectacle.
Oh, okay, so you don't want to ride through. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I said last week. Hypocritical. Yeah, we can let the little baby that got beheaded ride through King's Landing. Oh, you want me to ride with him? No, I don't want to do that. The only innocent one in literally all of this is Helena. Poor girl.
When the people share our grief, they draw closer to us.
But I don't want them closer. I don't know them.
Sometimes we have to pretend.
Oh, yeah, you're good at that.
Helena, what you saw last night when you came to my room.
This is for my boy.
Like, literally, I'm with Helena. I'm not worried about that. I do not care about you and Chris and Cole. Like, her son just died. And you're gonna ask her to not say anything to anybody? Like, Alicent is a trash mom. Quite literally. I know your only son has died, but don't tell anybody about me and the Lord Commander. Shame. 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 Oh no, it was a bell, wasn't it? When they had Cersei walking through the streets. I was gonna record this video with that light off, but it looks like it decided to start working 10, 13 minutes in. So yeah. And how you get caught? Your whole gold cloak.
I was hired by Daemon Targaryen.
Who is us?
A rat catcher. Employed by the household. I don't know his right name.
Now they're about to round up all the rat catchers and be like, hey, we have a lineup of rat catchers. Tell us which one did it.
Of Rhaenyra Targaryen.
The propaganda is wild.
Pretender to the throne.
They sewed the baby's head back on. We couldn't have done a closed casket.
Behold the work of Rhaenyra the Cruel.
Did he say Rhaenyra the Cruel? Like Maegor the Cruel? Dude, he came in there with a club, but you're dead. You're dead. Getting caught as a gold cloak is wild. You literally could like put your uniform on and snuck out. Like, how did you get caught? Poor Helena. Her son died. She's getting paraded through the streets. Like, she literally doesn't deserve any of this. The people on the bridge have the best seat, by the way. If there's like a parade or anything. There's a stone in the road. That stone was not that big to do all that. She's about to have like a panic attack, yeah. Dude, poor Helena.
It is yet unclear how the keep itself was breached. The boy's head was severed from his body.
It must be said that the damage to our position is immeasurable.
Yeah.
At a time when we most need loyalty to our cause.
And you're just sitting there not saying anything? The side eye.
That I would inflict such a thing on Helena of all people.
She knows. She knows.
It was a shock and an insult.
The way his eyes slowly drifted over to Rhaenys.
Suggesting, Alfred, that my grief drove me to
Honestly, Rhaenys and Daemon, like,
I merely thought
they're acting with not saying anything, like just their pure facial expressions and how they hold themselves or how they carry themselves is literally amazing. Like, we need more scenes with them two in it. Yeah, he hasn't said a word this whole time. Yeah. I'm mad it took her this long.
What did you tell this vengeance? What did you say to him? Daemon.
You sent vengeance? You sent Batman?
It's clear in my instructions. Aemond, the brother of Aegon the Usurper.
No, you definitely said a son for a son. We know what you said, Daemon.
Of a little child.
You said that it was your aim to spill Hightower blood. And if not Aemond, then anyone would do.
No.
You have wounded me. Ability to raise an army. My standing among my own council.
Honestly, I would have told the small council it was Daemon. Like, if they're your council, I'd be like, yeah, no, it was Daemon. Honestly, they probably know it was Daemon. Like, literally, you looked at Daemon and stared at him.
So we come to
And then you guys, like, clear the room. We're having a private meeting.
I have served you faithfully.
Have you? Or have you used me as a tool with which to grasp at your stolen inheritance?
All right, Daemon, you choked her last season. Don't you dare put hands on her again.
Am I not on my way even now to Harrenhal to raise an army in your name, Rhaenyra? Yours!
This scene is incredible. They're doing a good job. They really feel like a married couple.
You believe he made you heir because of your great wisdom, because of your virtue.
How dare you?
Or did he merely use you as a tool to put me in my place because he was afraid of me?
He was not afraid of you, Daemon!
Fool.
who sought greatness but shrank from spilling blood to achieve it, and I see you will suffer the same fate.
He's not wrong about that part.
You struck down a child.
Yes, okay.
It was a mistake.
He did have a child killed, okay? I'm not agreeing with him on that. But every single time they needed Viserys to do something, like, he brushed it off. So I know what Daemon is saying, but it sucks that your actions led to a child getting killed. And I like how that they were talking about when Rhaenyra said her father needed him, how Viserys needed him whenever his wife and son died. Like, she was saying Viserys needed you in his grief, and what did you do? Well, we know what he did. He went off and, you know, the whole heir for a day thing in the taverns with the other gold cloaks. But yeah, like, Viserys, he was doing his best with Daemon, but after that whole heir for a day thing, Viserys was done with him.
When morning comes, take Moondancer and keep a watch on King's Landing. I must know which course they take next. Stay high and keep your distance.
I know what Rhaenyra is doing. She won't send out Jace, but only sending out, like, you can't just only send out Daemon's kids. And I don't even think Rhaena has a dragon yet. I think only Baela has one. But yeah, you can't just, like, not let Luke do anything. Or no, not Luke. You can't not let Jace do anything. He suited up. His helmet is, like, literally the coolest helmet. And I noticed something too, like that whole scene with him and Rhaenyra. I find it interesting that the hilts, like, as far as the Black's side, the hilts on their sword, they're all kind of the same. Because the hilt on Daemon's sword was the same hilt on Corlys Velaryon, on the blade that he made for Luke. But whenever we look at the Greens, their hilts are different. I wonder if there's any reason for that, or if that's just, like, you know, a design thing that they did for the show. Yeah, they both don't know what to say to each other. Why doesn't Helena have any guards with her? Gonna show the blood on the other side. Yep. Yeah, bro. Where were you?
If you please, my lord.
Yeah, get out the way. There's no point in standing guard now. Should have been at the door the other night. I bet he's gonna do it again, though. I know for a fact. He's gonna keep sleeping with Alicent.
Have you told anyone?
What do you take me for?
I don't know. You told her that you were sleeping with Rhaenyra. I'll say you were so upset last time you almost took your own life. Well, it was more than just a Rhaenyra thing. He also killed Laenor's dude. What was his name? It was Jace, right? No, not Joffrey. You killed Joffrey and slept with Rhaenyra, and then you tried to take yourself out. So yeah, I feel like she has a right to worry about him. Because there's no telling what he's gonna do. Do people actually do that? Because they do it all the time in TV and movies. Like, whenever they're stressed out about something, or, you know, like, they always go underwater in the bathtub. And I'm just like, who does that? like, do people actually do that? Like, I don't get it.
What is this?
It's mud.
It's a reminder of yesterday, I think. The procession was muddy. I'll replace it hence. Do it now.
Oh, here we go.
The white cloak is a symbol of our purity.
Purity?
Our fidelity. We so easily sully our ancient honor.
This guy is a repeat offender. Do you understand? A repeat offender. You're gonna talk about purity and fidelity? This guy.
Where were you when Jaehaerys was murdered?
Where were you? Oh my. Guys. Everyone. I'm about to lose it.
You were not in the private quarters where you might have prevented the crime.
You were in someone's private quarters.
In the throne room. Well, if you had thought to go upstairs. Where were you? Lord Commander.
Yeah, where were you?
And why has Helena the Queen been granted no sworn protector? Surely once she ascended, she should have...
Your brother is a thief and a traitor to the crown.
No, don't change the subject. Do not change the subject. Why doesn't Helena have a sworn protector? Come on, answer the question. I feel like they know he's sleeping with Alicent.
First, your brother betrays us. And then the young prince is murdered on your watch.
You are mad, sir.
You have brought disgrace upon our ranks. You will go to Dragonstone and strike down Rhaenyra in her own halls.
We're doing this now?
The way she sought to do with Aemond.
It's only episode 2. Oh no.
How would I enter? Your twin serves there at the pleasure of the so-called queen. They will mistake you for him if you play the part. We are sworn to serve forthrightly, not to traffic in deception. Put down the pretender and you will end a war before it begins.
Dude, there are so many things I want to say about Christian Cole, but I'd have to bleep out all of it. Do you understand? The words I would like to use to describe him.
Now will you go? Or must I question your loyalty to the king?
Let's go ask the queen how he feels. Let's go ask the king how he feels about you sleeping with his mother. Let's go do that. Do you feel better about yourself, Kristen?
You missed supper.
I wasn't hungry.
Did you walk up behind the target? You never do that.
Too many empty.
Absolutely not.
Sometimes I think I hate him.
It's hard.
Efficient.
With fathers.
I've always wanted to shoot a crossbow. I've only ever shoot like the compound bows or the recurve bows. I used to do competition a lot with archery. And I always wanted to shoot a crossbow, but I never... They're so expensive. I could never get myself to buy one.
Strong?
Oh yeah, she knows.
And fierce.
And you got none of his muscles.
They called him...
Yeah, breakbones. I was literally talking about that.
He loved us.
Your father was Sir Harwin Breakbone Strong. And when you punched Aemond, he took it like it was nothing. Last season. Where are we? Why are we here, actually? That's a better question. Like, who's here right now? What? What is happening? Aemond. Is this where you were? When your nephew died?
You were with me.
Yeah, this is where you were.
I'm proud that he considers me such a foe, and that he seeks to murder me in my bed. He's afraid of me.
He doesn't consider you a foe or is afraid of you. You killed Rhaenyra's son. This is so... He's like Homelander.
I do regret that business.
He's a mommy thing, apparently. You know, in the books...
Tease me, you know.
Hold on, I'll wait.
Because I was different.
Don't look directly in the camera. I feel weird.
Much the same.
Oh, that's why you need the coin. This is a blacksmith, right? You need the coin for your daughter.
The markets have been running low since the blockade.
Surely the city cannot yet be short of food.
Those with means are hoarding everything they can. I walked 2 hours today to find a chicken for the pot.
Like in Texas. When everyone finds out it's gonna freeze, all of a sudden all the gas stations run out of gas. It's crazy. No, but what I was saying about Aemond, in the books, whenever he was there with Luke, I forgot who the King of the Stormlands was, or the Lord of the Stormlands was, but his daughters actually kind of initiated the fight, because there were like a couple of them there, and they were like, yeah, you got your eye taken out by that little boy? What a loser. That's basically what they were saying, and that's why Aemond was like, I'll take your eye. I'll take his eye this time. And like that's actually how the fight started. But here, like he just said, he lost his temper. So it would have been funny if they did it the other way.
Well met, brother. After many months away.
She's right. I'm trying to figure out who these characters are, like Hugh, the blacksmith, and Alan and Adam. But right now I can't think of anything.
I gave Daemon 2 names. That is the extent of it, and I did not wish to do that much. He said it was the price of my freedom.
And yet, you're still a prisoner.
He does do that, doesn't he?
The way she's inspecting her. Wow.
You remember me now.
Oh, is that what's happening? She didn't know who that was? Is that what was going on?
Not everyone found the jest funny.
Oh, is that that's sea smoke? Yeah. Is there another white dragon that we know the name of? I don't think so. Oh, I know who you are. I know who he is, and that's why they're showing sea smoke right now. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna say anything because spoilers, but yeah, because they're well, I don't know because he has black hair, and were they brothers in the book? I don't know. I think I know who that is. Oh, what? What in the world? What happened?
Ratcatcher.
Oh, you killed all of them? Dog, don't feel bad for him. I don't. When I was talking last episode, whenever he kicked the dog, and I was like, you know, when it happens, I'm gonna say it's because you kicked the dog. You're hanging right now because you kicked that dog last episode. Don't cry for him.
What have you done?
The way they both turned
The
around.
rat catchers!
Oh, I had them hanged.
Idiot!
Beware how you speak to your king, man.
Oh, shut up. I can't stand Kristen. Like, I really can't.
He's murdered innocent men!
And one guilty one.
And hanged them from the walls of the city for all to see. And their wives and children gather now at our gates to weep and curse your name.
He's like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I wish to spill blood, not ink. We must act.
Sir Kristen Cole has acted.
Very stupidly, he's acted. That was really good. I love the slow turns. Like the slow turns, the slow like eye gazes, the side eyes.
You sent Sir Aric to slay Rhaenyra. He's pretending to be his own twin. Brilliant.
He's about to pass out.
Was all.
You did this, Otto. You did this. Don't say God's help us all. Like you.
Instead of judgment, you display impetuousness and diminish us in the eyes of our enemy, ill-considered, trifling.
Oh, he called you trifling.
I want revenge. My father is dead.
He is. And we are the poorer for it.
It's your fault. Like, I don't. How are you gonna say we're the poorer for it? It should be Rhaenyra on the throne, but you over here plotting like we're the poorer for it, not because he's dead.
Right about you.
We're the poorer for it because you're an idiot, basically.
You made me king.
Oh, has no one told him yet? Otto, please tell him.
Is that what you think?
Go ahead and come out and say it. He didn't make you king. I made you king.
Remove your badge, Sir Otto.
Yep, I knew that was coming. Yep. And look who happens to be in the room with him.
Not mine.
Yep, that one right there.
Take it off.
You wouldn't dare.
You wouldn't dare.
I have dared. And I find it stimulating.
I don't like how he said that. Stimulating in what way? gonna go around firing people.
Give it to Cole.
Yep.
Your Grace.
Now would be a great time for Otto to tell him that he's sleeping with your mom.
You are dismissed.
No, duh. Like, you just fired him. Or is it because he was leaving the room without being dismissed by the king? I'm like, you're dismissed. He just wanted to have the last word. That's all that was.
I will keep the word of my house if you say that it was given.
Sir Eric talked her into it.
You may go.
Yep, yep. There he is. See, okay, here's my issue with how this plan is going, right? I understand because it's the same way in the book, but Sir Eric is on Dragonstone with Rhaenyra. He would have had to sail away from Dragon Point at some point. Like, so someone would have had to see him get on the boat. Like, all these guards that are right here, they would have had to see him leave and get on the boat. But they're like, oh, Sir Eric, you're back. He's like, yeah, I just got off the boat. Like, when did you get on it? You know, people don't think. But I guess, you know, that's why they had the white worm there.
Sir Eric, I thought you were within.
I'm sorry, lack of vigilance. The enemy is about, good sir.
I'm annoyed that they just let me rant about that. And then someone literally just asked him. I thought you were inside. I'm so annoyed that I just ran. I'm gonna leave it in the video, even though I look dumb right now. But they still just let him in without asking any questions, knowing he's a twin. This is why we need passwords. What's the password? Honestly, if you're ever somewhere by yourself, if you're ever anywhere by yourself and you think that you notice something, just take 2 seconds to go look. It's only going to take you 2 seconds. Like, if you think something is off, just go look. It'll save your life. All the time in movies, I'm just like, go look. It'll take you not even... Why does she do that? What's happening? Why wouldn't Rhaenyra let her? I'm so confused. What just happened?
Sir Eric.
Why does no one ever wait till they're asleep? Like, all you had to do is stand at the door for like 2 hours and then go in and try and kill her.
I had no choice.
I don't understand.
Brother!
Do not do this.
I guess we don't get to see the white worm tell him, because obviously he just showed up. I'd be so confused. I mean, obviously, like, not confused, but I'd be like, what? Which one? The one closest to her? Yeah, he's protecting her. Stop cutting away. I need to know which one's which. The more they cut away, the more I don't know who. Okay, that one's ours. Ours got a cut in the... Rhaenyra, you could have ran for the door before he got cut on his leg. Get up, Eric.
Your Grace!
Sir Lawrence!
Now they're both cut. You took your armor off very fast.
Which is Eric?
Wasn't he the one just standing at the door? How did you take your armor off so fast? Kristen Cole might need some lessons from you.
We were born together. You parted us!
Oh no, ours is getting choked.
I still love you, brother.
See, like right now, while they... Oh. Right now, while they don't have any weapons in their hands, like separate them. Like right now. I mean, there's only one guy there, so I guess you can't really separate the both of them, because it's just him. Yeah. Well, our Eric won. I think.
You're great.
Why is he looking at her like, oh, okay, yeah. All right, Eric, fine.
Forgive me.
No! No!
Oh, he fell on his sword.
Wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the petty satisfaction of vengeance.
Yeah. And honestly, Kristen Cole, he's been wanting vengeance for years. And honestly, Alicent fanned the flame of his vengeance all those years too, as well.
Exiled from the council. Witness to the blundering of our plans, I'll return to Old Town. You have a son there who'll take more kindly to instruction. Daeron may yet help us in weeks to come.
I didn't even think Daeron was born. they've never mentioned him.
While you're gone, I'll speak sense to him. His blood will cool. In time, you may yet return.
Because there are some children that Daemon and Rhaenyra have too. Like there's actually a lot of children on both sides, the Greens and the Blacks, that they've just never mentioned. Like I said, Aegon and Helena actually had 2 boys during Blood and Cheese, but in this one they only had a boy and a girl. So I wonder how many other kids that they're just gonna wait to conveniently introduce in this show.
As long as you and I hold fast.
Honestly, Otto, you're a disgrace, to be honest with you.
I have sinned.
He already knows.
I do not wish to hear of it.
Because he already knows. The way that he looked at them when they walked in. Man, if he really did love his son. Like, he really did. I mean, which I guess is a good thing, you know? I mean, not I guess is a good thing, but it is a good thing. And I guess he does have some sense of family, basically, is what I was trying to say. You know, after, you know, all his misdeeds. And are you not gonna comfort him? Alicent Hightower is the worst. I didn't think you could get worse than Otto. Like, manipulating your daughter and having her, you know, manipulate the king. But Alicent is trying very hard to be a worse parent than Otto. Look at this guy. He was just sitting on the bed waiting for her. After you sent Sir Eric to his death. You gotta hit him harder than that. Does that do it for him? Is that... Whoa. What? Does it... Alright. Actually, I think she was really actually mad at him, but he just wanted to sleep with her. I was about to say, is that what does it for you, Kristen? To get beat up? Alright, so that was it for episode 2 of House of the Dragons, and this first half is going to be about Otto, because you manipulated your daughter into getting with King Viserys. She had his firstborn son, Aegon, right? Since the day, from what we've seen, since the boy's second name day, you've been plotting to get him put on the Iron Throne. And this is what pisses me off, right? So, you've been plotting this entire time to put him on the Iron Throne. You didn't help raise him. You didn't... Like, even Aegon took his son to, like, a small council meeting. Like, you didn't teach him how to, you know, like... What am I trying to say? You didn't teach him how to be a king. You didn't teach him the skills he needed to be a king. You just let him be a drunk for most of his life growing up and, you know, assault women, like with all the bastards and the handmaidens and stuff. And then you still put him on the Iron Throne. Like, you knew what he was. Not even you knew what he was when you put him on the throne. You let him grow up to be that kind of a man. Like, you literally let him grow up with just to be a spoiled POS, basically. That's literally what you let him grow up to be. And now you're mad that you put him on the Iron Throne and he's acting, you know, no patience, no like virtue. Like, what did you think was going to happen? It's so annoying to me that Alicent and Otto are like, yeah, we can talk to him, we can calm him down. It's like, no, that is a fully grown man. He's going to do what he wants, especially now that he's king. He's going to do what he wants. Like, the fact that you even think you're going to be able to control him in any way, shape, or form is ridiculous to me. And then not only that, Otto said, I can't stay here and witness the blundering of our plans. So not only did you usurp the throne and put Aegon on the throne, and now that all hell is about to break, well, yeah. Now that all hell is about to break loose, and like the Dance of the Dragons is about to get crazy, he's like, oh yeah, it's getting ridiculous. I can't stay here and watch what I've been plotting this entire time. Like, my plans have failed. It's time for me to go. Like, sir? Like, oh, it's really like between Kristen Cole and Otto Hightower, I don't know which one of them I hate more. Like, I really don't. He said, I will not witness the blundering of our plans. And then they just dropped Alicent's other son out of nowhere. Like, that literally came out of nowhere. But yeah, I know why they need him, because he's important for like a battle later in the Dance of the Dragons. But and on to my next favorite character, Kristen Cole, sending Sir Eric to his death. Where were you when the prince was getting murdered? You were literally, Alicent was riding you when the prince was getting murdered, and now you're mad at Eric. Like, they're doing a great job. You know, it's a story. It's fake. I know it's fake, but there should be no one on the side of the Greens. Like, literally, if you are for some reason on the side of the Greens, please help me understand why. Because they're all trash. Everyone on the green side is just trash. Like, except for Helena. Helena's the only decent one. The only decent one. The Greens are trash. That's gonna be my quote for the rest of this month. Or the rest of season 2, the Greens are trash. But, yeah. But, to get, you know, more serious a little bit. Like, Alicent is a terrible mother. Like, I'm so for real, to be like quite honest. You know, earlier in the episode, she talked about how Helena, she's like, you know, the boy's suffering is over, but what they did to my girl, my daughter, she approved, you know, with the baby being like honored in the streets of King's Landing on the way to the dragon pit. But then she's like, oh, like, yeah, you can parade the baby around, but I don't want to be in there. And Otto's like, no, you and Helena need to be there. Like, literally, you just said, like, what they've done to my girl. Like, her daughter's in there grieving. First off, she wasn't in there with Helena while she was grieving. She was in there with Otto grieving. Which, you know, maybe Helena didn't want to be, you know, helped while she was grieving. Like, you know, maybe she just wanted to grieve alone for a little bit. But you're gonna sign off on the baby getting paraded through the streets, but you don't want to parade through the streets. And then this final scene here with Aegon, like, your son is in his bedchamber crying over the death of his son, and you didn't even try to console him. Like, you literally just looked at him and left. Like, you are a terrible mother. Like, I don't understand, in all seriousness. Like, there's no way. I don't have any kids, but like, if it was like one of my sisters or my you know, one of my parents, like, there is no, unless they told me that they wanted to be left alone. Like, how could you just leave someone there? Like, season 1 of Invincible, when Mark's mom is in the room crying, and Mark opens the door, he sees her crying, and it's like, it'd be one thing if you tried to console her and she said, I want to be left alone. Like, yeah, if people want to be left alone to grieve, leave them alone. Like, if they say they want time, give them all the time and space that they need, if they tell you that. But it's like, you literally walked in on your son crying, and you just turned around and left and went to go sleep. Obviously, she didn't know Kristen Cole was in there. But your son is in the other room crying over the death of his first son, and you're over here getting it on with Kristen Cole. You know, same with Mark and with Invincible. Well, he wasn't getting it on with Amber, but his mom is in the bedroom crying, and he's like, "Yeah, we can go eat burgers with Adam, Eve, and Amber, but or Adam, Eve, Amber, and William." But you know, the characters on the green side are just trash. And then to bring it back with Allison being a terrible mother, Aemond, like Aemond is literally curled up on, I don't know the lady's name, but Aemond is literally curled up on her lap, you know, just talking through his grievances, and you know, like, they were there for me, but you know, they killed my nephew and all this other stuff. And the way that he's talking to her, it's like she's his mom. Like, Allison has done a terrible job that her son Aemond is seeking comfort from. I don't want to say what she is, but he's seeking comfort from her instead of trying to seek comfort from his mom, which, you know, like, you don't have to go to your parents to grieve. You don't have to go to your siblings to grieve or anything like that. But it's not just that. Like, if you look at all her children and about how they all act, it's like Allison is a terrible, terrible parent. And she really is following in the footsteps of Otto, just because that scene whenever she went in there to talk to Helena, and Helena said, "No, I don't want to ride in the carriage with the procession," you know, because she didn't want to be around all the commoners, because she's like, "I don't know them, I don't want to grieve with them." And then Allison telling her, you know, like, we need them on our side. You know, basically the same thing that Otto said. You know, it'll strengthen our resolve. It'll strengthen our alliances. It'll make people not want to team up with Rhaenyra. So, you know, we got to do it. She's literally manipulating her daughter the same way that she got manipulated growing up with Otto, making her go be with King Viserys throughout the night, making Allison grieve with King Viserys about the death of his wife. She's literally following in Otto's footsteps, and she doesn't even see it. So yeah, just if you are a fan of the Greens, please tell me why. I would like to know. Like, I seriously want to know. If there's anyone that's on the side of the Greens, please tell me, because I'd be very interested to know why. But as for the Blacks over on their side, you know, Daemon's going to Harrenhal. Aemond also wants to go to Harrenhal, so, well, you know. What happened with Rhaenyra? You know, Rhaenyra was really just kind of dealing with the backlash of what happened with Daemon and all that other stuff, so not much really happened on the side of the Blacks. We had that scene with Jace and Baela, you know, them talking about their fathers and stuff. And, you know, Daemon's terrible at comforting people too. Like, when Baela and Rhaenyra's mother died, he didn't comfort them. When Luke died, he didn't comfort Rhaenyra. When she was giving birth, calling out Daemon's name, he didn't go comfort her either. So, you know, Daemon's Daemon. But, like, Daemon's not perfect either, and he's terrible at consoling people. But Allison not consoling her son, it was just crazy to me. It's crazy when Daemon doesn't too. I'm not excusing either one of them, but just in case anyone thinks that I'm excusing Daemon. But yeah, Daemon's a trash dad as well. But yeah, so not much really happened on the side of the Blacks. It sucks that both the Erics died. When it came to the battle between Eric and Eric in the book, one of the Erics did kill the other Eric, but I'm pretty sure the other Eric bled to death because they fought for a lot longer, and it was just them two fighting for a while. They fought in, like, the Great Hall, or, like, the map room there in Driftmark, I think is where they fought in the books. And the other Eric just bled out because, you know, they were fighting for so long and they had so many cuts all over him. But him falling on his sword was so graphic. Even though you couldn't see it, like, I still felt it. You know, him falling on his sword, so that really sucks. And it sucks that they're dead in episode 2. You know, Eric and Eric, they could have been, like, really cool. Like, yeah, they do die early on in the Dance of the Dragons, but I was really liking their characters. But yeah, so the Greens are trash. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.